Hi, neighbor. Welcome to episode 100 of Anchors of Encouragement. My name is Tim Maudlin, husband, adoptive parent, Bible class teacher, and ambassador of encouragement. It's hard to believe. Just a little over 1 year ago, this podcast began. And here we are at episode 100. Before I continue, I want to thank you so much for listening. Your words of encouragement, whether expressed to me privately or through written reviews for the show, have meant a lot. I pray that these messages I've shared to you through this podcast have encouraged you on your walk. As I was thinking about what to talk about for this 100th episode, I had a lot of thoughts running through my mind. As you're listening to this, today is Thanksgiving. I would like to say that I had planned this in advance, that episode 100 would fall on Thanksgiving, but I didn't. Some weeks I'm only offering one episode. Some weeks there might be a couple of episodes. But it just so happens that episode 100 is falling on Thanksgiving this year. As I thought more about what to share with you today, the one thing that came back to me was to take you back to the beginning of this podcast. This podcast actually began before episode 1. I've shared this story with you before, but I think it's worth repeating today. A couple of years ago, I was thinking about doing a podcast, but I wasn't sure if I could do it. And to prove to me that I should at least give it a try, I decided to participate in a challenge. It was a 100-day challenge. What I chose to do for that challenge was to go in my backyard, to pull out my phone, and to record an inspiring message. I did that for the 100 days and continued for another 20 days. And when I was finished, I decided there's no excuse. I have to at least give this a try. A lot of people encouraged me to keep going. They were encouraged by the messages that I shared. So I decided to go ahead and do a podcast. But then I had to figure out who it was going to be for. I knew I wanted to share an encouraging message. And through a lot of introspection and clarity work, I decided to focus this podcast on adoptive parents who are at times struggling with their journey. I see you because I've been there. Then it was time to figure out how to produce a podcast. And that took a while to understand the nuts and bolts and the behind the scenes. It's more than just pressing record and uploading. There's a lot of things that go into this. And I won't bore you with all the details there. But I worked through all that. And then my mom got sick. And that delayed the start of this podcast. I had intended for it to launch January 1st of 2023. But after she got sick, her health was more of a priority. She knew prior to her passing in June of 2023 that I intended to do this podcast. And after the grieving period, I decided to go ahead and launch. In August of 2023 was episode 1. Here we are today, episode 100. I decided to come back outside where this podcast began. You can probably hear the birds singing. There are squirrels chirping. I hope the traffic is not too distracting. I'm well off the road, back at the top of my property where my path is. I want to come back out here and just share a message with you to encourage you this day. As I said, this podcast episode is going to air on Thanksgiving. For those of us who are adoptive parents, sometimes the holidays can be challenging. I know. It seems that on holidays and other special occasions, I've been reminded that I'm a parent. There can be some unique challenges to the holidays and some intense reminders of loss. for your adopted children. For those of you, me included, where the holidays are not a Norman Rockwell painting, there are still things to be thankful for. What I want to do in this episode is to help you shift your perspective. I've had to do this on more than one occasion for myself. The way I shift my perspective is to do what I do on this podcast on a regular basis. I offer you biblical mindset support. I go to Scripture. And that's what I've had to do for myself, to remember circumstances might not be exactly how I would like them to be. I still have things to be thankful for. I would like to draw your attention to Psalm 136. As I read this to you, I want you to listen. There's a phrase that is repeated over and over that the psalmist wants to ingrain in our hearts. If you can write this on the tablet of your heart, when times get tough, you can still be thankful. Psalm 136, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to the God of gods. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord of lords. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who alone does mighty miracles. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who made the heavens so skillfully. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who placed the earth among the waters. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who made the heavenly lights. His faithful love endures forever. The sun to rule the day. His faithful love endures forever. And the moon and the stars to rule the night. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who killed the firstborn of Egypt. His faithful love endures forever. He brought Israel out of Egypt. His faithful love endures forever. He acted with a strong hand and a powerful arm. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who parted the Red Sea. His faithful love endures forever. He led Israel safely through. His faithful love endures forever. But he hurled Pharaoh and his army into the Red Sea. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who led his people through the wilderness. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to him who struck down mighty kings. His faithful love endures forever. He killed powerful kings. His faithful love endures forever. Sihon, king of the Amorites. His faithful love endures forever. And Og, king of Bashan. His faithful love endures forever. God gave the land of these kings as an inheritance. His faithful love endures forever. A special possession to his servant Israel. His faithful love endures forever. He remembered us in our weakness. His faithful love endures forever. He saved us from our enemies. His faithful love endures forever. He gives food to every living thing. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to the God of heaven. His faithful love endures forever. You might notice in this psalm that it began going all the way back to the creation. And then the transition the psalmist took us to was in the history of Israel. The thing that speaks to me so much in this psalm is that God was there at the beginning. His faithful love was there. His faithful love was exhibited to his chosen people, Israel. But his faithful love endures forever. It's still here. It's still here for us to enjoy, for us to experience. Let's get to your daily doable, because I have one more verse I want to share with you. I want to encourage you to shift your perspective. When things aren't going as you would like them to go, when circumstances in life gets challenging and you're struggling, you still can be thankful because God's faithful love endures forever. This last verse I want to share with you is from Psalm 143. This has been one of my go-to verses. I have journaled this on more than one occasion. I have written it on the tablet of my heart so that when times get tough, when holidays are not as happy as you would have hoped, you can still be thankful. Psalm 143, verse 8. Let me experience your faithful love in the morning, for I trust in you. Reveal to me the way I should go, because I appeal to you. I've used that verse in Psalm 143 as a prayer. And I'm amazed at how many times when I ask for God's faithful love to be shown to me, it comes in some of the most unexpected and amazing ways. That's my prayer for you. Regardless of what struggles you're going through, whether your holidays are not as happy as you would like, I pray that you can shift your perspective and know that God's faithful love endures forever and that He cares for you and you can experience that faithful love each and every day. That's all for this episode. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, this is Tim, encouraging you to do what you can now.